Okay, two questions. Brad, can you talk more about your personal life? This, right there, this is Ruby Roo. Ruby Roo is named by Bryce, who says that Scooby-Doo, hey Scooby, what's your name? Ruby Roo. Hello and welcome to the next episode in Build Some Houses in Santa Fe. So all this sand right behind me, that's the third house. It's already sold, but it's been scraped, got the sand out here, and we would be building, except it's on me. We're waiting on me. I have to get the plans into permitting. So wonderful people that have bought the house. I should have everything done today, and we'll get into permitting. We came out here to see the sheeting going up. It's very exciting. By the end of the day, the plywood will be all over this, and we'll get the roof on, get everybody inside to do stuff. I've had a few people ask me now, direct message me, some of them in the comments, Brad, how do you stay creative? Talk about your personal life a little bit more. So I have a cat, but really my personal life is right here. Like, I don't call it work because I love it so much. I do it for free. And sometimes I do, and that's frustrating when pricing gets so expensive. The houses are challenging to do. Some cities it's more challenging than others. Not in Santa Fe, it's all good stuff here. But on the personal level, I don't know exactly what you're looking for other than I have really cool guys that work with me. The guy behind the camera is my son-in-law. You've seen Braxton on the camera, Jose's on the camera. So I surround myself with some really great guys. And that's what I mean when I say my work is my personal life. It's kind of all just blended together. More cool friends coming in. You've seen Junior on a video where we're talking about the acreage, and that's coming along really good. We're getting together Thursday. So my personal life is my business life. I just love this so much. Very excited about the Bomoso hotels. I got it just bubble over right now. We are talking so excitingly, me and Kirk, about the Bomoso Hotel #1. We're ready to start taking steps in that direction. So not just what I do with residential. If you just think of me as only barndominiums, the philosophy works with so many different houses. With Jose, we're going to build one of the Villas of Oz. And we're also going to build a new one I call the Island Series down in Liverpool. It's that dream come true place for fishermen. But then back to the personal life, I get to choose who I work with. So I've said no to a few people. Even recently, I've had to say no, not that I don't want to say they're a jerk, but I can just tell I'm not going to get along with them. And building a house is emotional. It's kind of you go through a lot to build a house. So my partners are awesome. There's highs and lows, but we're all big boys and we're marching forward. Nobody likes lows. We all like ups. Donna, she's front and center, answers the phones when people want to buy it. So that's kind of the people around me. Now, to answer Dylan's question, because I told you I would do this, I will not do this again. I will not say, okay, I'll answer it on video. But you have asked me, how have I gotten so creative? And it's kind of like asking Michael Jordan, how have you gotten so good at making layups? It's just putting in the time, being creative. And I told you in the DM or on our email or whatever you asked, I have a personal regimen. Just like working out your body, I got to work out this brain. And that means not doing the same thing, because otherwise you just get the same results. So I literally will listen to TED Talks. I will literally read books that had nothing to do with architecture, and I'll pull nuggets out. And I'll give you just one of the ways that the Bomoso philosophy evolved. That applies to the hotels and the assisted living facilities and anything else I get involved in real estate, the apartment buildings. So when I tell you I have this regimen, it's about 30 minutes every day that I go to a couple of websites and I pull out data and information. And then it just sits there. It sits there. And then someday I'll be designing something, whether it's a castle on wheels or a hotel. And those data points come to me. And for example, no architectural school that I can even think of. If I'm wrong, you architectural students and AIA guys, let me know. Let me know that during your training, one of your professors say, you need to design your house according to all 21 senses that the human body has. I don't think anybody's ever going to say it, because I stumbled on it after my 10,000 hours. I got my 10,000 hours from the time I was 13 until now. Most guys don't get started designing real houses with real permits until, after college. and I pulled my first permit at 13. So I was way early as far as the career, the timeline. So in the last 10,000 hours, which gets me near the 20,000 mark, which why I'm so weird. It's weird or it's interesting or whatever. The way I do things differently is I was listening to a TED Talk. The guy said he was in the jungle somewhere. I'll try to find the link to this TED Talk. He goes, so out of the 5 senses, you know, sight, taste, smell, touch, what's the most important sense? And everybody in the tribe said the sense of balance, because children would die crossing a gorge on their way to like school if they didn't have a sense of balance. They actually tested and stuff that they had a sense of balance. And then that blew my mind, and I started designing houses, apartments, hotels, assisted living facilities. Everything I would design, I started going down all 21 senses. How do I thump the dopamine, adrenaline, serotonin, all the drugs that get released as those senses go? Like the reason we like to eat, it releases senses. The reason we like to swipe left or whatever, we know these are drug releasing. So I'm not really a designer, I am a drug dealer. And I know this on purpose, that I get people to say the sense of adventure, this sense of time. Hey, doctor, we're leaving. The sense of direction. Oh my gosh, where did I park my car? So I started going through and designing. That's one thing I did, one out of tons. I think my Bomoso philosophy literally has 180 items on it right now. So I have super rambled. I hope this is some of that personal insight to Brad. Dylan, I hope you have appreciated me exposing just one of the design tools I use when I'm designing anything. How many of those dopamine hits can I get? You know, a sense of propriety. Dude, man, we're at the church, we're with the queen, what are you doing? We all have that guy who's clueless, right? These are just different senses. And I'll tell you right now, women have women's intuition, it's real, just yield to it. They know stuff that we don't. Sorry, it's how it is. So, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. There's gonna be a little bit more like this, so you need to subscribe. Subscribing is real easy. At the end of this video, there's a circle. That's the one that if you hit it, you subscribe. But up in this corner, or is it this corner? Yeah, it's this corner. There's a little bell. Touch that bell and you'll know this video will not go under the buildings. This will go under something else. I have a couple of different playlists, but the buildings is what I always do. Today was a special day. Dylan, I told you I'd do it. I did it. Now, don't ever ask. I'm not going to do it again. This is too challenging for me. I know it seems like it's natural, but it's really hard to be on camera talking about my design philosophy. It's easier to talk about the end product. So this was a challenge. And the guys that are asking for personal life, there's a little taste of what Brad is like outside of just pure designing, okay? So subscribe, hit that bell, and we're good. I'll see you in the next video, all right? Oh, look at that face.
Yeah, you like that.